Great. Okay, here we go. First question. 7-Eleven stores were temporarily converted into Quickie Marts to promote the release of what movie? Janice, come off mute. Let's know the answer.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons movie is correct for 3 points. Blue team is on the board. Moving on. On an old-fashioned rotary phone, what number requires the longest turn of the dial? Jarvis. You have to unmute, my friend.
0.
0 is correct for 3 points. Continuing on. This is one of my favorite trivia questions. In the AAMCO or AMCO song, when does the double beep occur? Greg.
After AA.
After AA, after the double A is correct for 3 points. Famous for their work on modernist furniture design, Charles and Ray Eames were related how? Famous for their work on modernist furniture design, Charles and Ray Eames. Jarvis?
Father and son.
Father and son is incorrect. That's minus 3 points. We go over to the blue team. You can decide whether or not you want to steal or pass. You don't have to play it, but if you get it wrong, it will be negative points. You can come off mute here and discuss. So Joe and team.
Anybody have an idea, guys?
I will read it one more time for you just so you can hear it.
Please, could you?
Famous for their work on modernist furniture design, Charles and Ray Eames were related how?
My guess, Joe, just discussing with the team, Joe, Janice, Sharon, it would be brothers. I think the previous, that's a guess, total guess.
Yeah.
Brothers would be the logical choice.
Okay, so do we want to do it as a guess? Sharon, do you know?
Something's telling me they're cousins, though. I don't know why, but something's telling me they're cousins.
All right, I'm ready to go out on a limb with you, Joe. I'll do cousins.
It's early points.
We don't have to say anything, do we?
You do not.
No.
You can pass.
You don't have to.
But it's early for fun. I say cousins.
All right.
Is that your final answer?
Let's go with cousins.
Cousins is incorrect.
Oh.
They are husband and wife. Husband and wife. Ray Eames is Charles Eames' wife. All right, the last of our first set of 5. On an 80s TV series, a plucky orphan named Penelope Brewster was better known as what? Joe.
Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster is correct. So now we're through our first 5. We can start a new 5 here. Everybody gets the buzz in. In the abbreviation for the medical procedure popularly known as an MRI, what does the I stand for? That is Sharon.
Imaging.
Imaging is correct. Well done. All right. A 1952 episode of I Love Lucy was titled Lucy is Enciente because what English word was censored? A 1952... Greg?
Pregnant.
Pregnant is correct for 3 points. All right, 3 more to go in this set of 5. On average, what denomination of U.S. paper currency remains in circulation the longest? Janice?
50s.
50s is incorrect. That's minus 3 points. Greg, over to you and team. I'll read it again. On average, what denomination of U.S. paper currency remains in circulation the longest?
What do you think, Tim? I'm
Should we go to
guessing
the
the
100?
highest denomination, either 100 or 500, possibly even 1,000.
Yeah, but there aren't many thousands. There aren't many of the thousands.
That's why it would be in circulation the longest.
Yeah, true. We just sit in a bank.
Obviously, we don't know. This is an educated guess.
Yeah,
Anybody
but
have,
we'd be minus 3.
What are you thinking, Jarvis?
Then we play it safe and let it
Pass.
go. Yeah.
Let it go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to let it go. We don't know.
Pulling in Elsa and letting it go. Very well. $100 bill is the correct answer. $100 bill. All right, let's see that. All right, continuing on here. In the acronym SRS, a common term for automobile airbags, the letter R stands for what? In the acronym... Jarvis?
Response?
Response is incorrect. minus
Stop
3
it.
points there. Jarvis, keep on buzzing, my man. Keep doing it. All right. We go
I've
over to the
lost
blue
my
team.
buzzer. What happens when that happens?
Are you on your
Yeah.
mobile?
Yeah.
Refresh your page, and then it should give you a cookie to rejoin. It says rejoin game.
I'm going to have to do this. I'm sorry.
No problem. Just read, or you can go through the steps again. Go back to the page. The blue team, it is over to you for a potential steal here. In an acronym SRS, a common term for automobile airbags, the letter R stands for what?
I have no idea. Team.
I honestly don't.
I'm kind of thinking rapid, like something rapid system,
That's-
but
Or
I'm not
restraint.
sure. Like something with one of the S's could have to be like
I like your thought
something
too, Sharon.
system.
Restraint. Yeah, I don't know. So
I think we ought to let it go.
I think so.
I think
think
so
you're-
on this one. Yeah.
Let's let it go.
Gonna pass? So passing, Joe, restraint was the correct answer.
Restraint. Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Here's our 5th of this round. We have 5 more, and then we go over to Jeopardy. A 19th. Greg, are you good on the buzzer? Yes.
So,
I see Greg's name on there. Okay. Here we go. A 1960s TV character played by Al Lewis, Count Vladimir Dracula. Is Joe?
Grandpa Munster.
That is correct for 3 points. All right, continuing on, 5 more questions. Everybody is back in. On average, what is the most abundant gas released into the atmosphere by a volcano? On average, what is the most abundant gas released into the atmosphere by a volcano? 5, 4, 3, 2. Cindy?
sulfur?
Say that again.
Sulfur?
Sulfur is incorrect, minus 3 points. Blue team, over to you. You can steal or pass on said steal. I'll read it one more time for you.
Please.
On average, what is the most abundant gas released into the atmosphere by a volcano?
I have no clue. For
Kind
me.
of almost wonder if it's. I'm almost want to say carbon dioxide, because it's one of the big problems you have is like with choking. Carbon dioxide, like you can't breathe carbon dioxide and live. I'm not sure, so I don't know if I want to guess that one.
That was the first thing that came to my mind too, but
I don't know if it even releases carbon dioxide.
anybody know for sure? Otherwise, let's pass it.
Yeah.
I do not know.
Pass it. We're gonna pass.
All right, passing. Good thing you passed. It is, in fact, water vapor. Water vapor. Water vapor. 6-0. Currently the score. Call Team Dream Team over Not Smarter Than We Look. We are continuing on here. I'll share the scoreboard after the pub trivia for those watching over on YouTube. All right. 4 more to go here. In the act that incited World War I, Serbian Gavrilo Princip assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 in what city? In the act that incited World War I, Serbian Gavrilo Princip assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 in what city? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That happened in Sarajevo. In Sarajevo. In 1985, North Atlantic expedition led by Robert Ballard discovered the wreck of what famous ship 73 years after it sank? Joe.
Titanic.
You jump, I jump, Joe. That is correct. Titanic for 3 points. Continuing on. On average, a healthy person's resting heart rate falls into what range of beats per minute? On average, a healthy person's resting heart rate falls into what range of beats per minute? Lisa?
50 to 60.
That is incorrect. Minus 3 points. Go over to Greg, Not Smarter Than We Look, and team for a potential steal. I'll read it one
I
more
didn't
time.
hear her answer.
She
It
said
was-
50 to 60.
Oh.
And that was incorrect.
Kind of an inexact question. Is this a 10 number? Is it like 80 to 90, 90 to 100? Or is this multiple choice?
That's how it sounds.
It is
I
not
think-
multiple choice, but
I
we can do
think
that
somewhere
after.
around 60 to 70, but
Yeah, but
I don't know.
you guess, one wrong. If it's 71 to 81 or
Right.
something, we're wrong. So
If you were to
Exactly.
take the low end of healthy and the high end of healthy, that is the range we were looking for.
oh,
You know,
I
you-
see.
I don't know if it's a 5 you know, deep
I just
number?
ran my Apple Watch. It's okay.
I know, that's what I was saying. I know we're around 70 usually.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with 60 to 100 as the range. Because
But you
that's
don't
what
know if it's 60 to 90. I mean, it's such
It's
an inexact
true.
question. You're bound to get it wrong.
It's true.
there is a dispute method that was identified at our last call.
You reach out to Kathleen. Absolutely.
Yeah. I would be comfortable with 60 to 100, but we are at 0. We can only go to -3.
Yeah,
You want to pass?
I say we play a little defense here in the past.
Jarvis was correct. 60 to 100.
Take
Few
God
that's
for
why
the
we
Apple
down
Watch.
you.
digit range.
Thank God for the Apple Watch.
We're going to throw Apple Watch on the banned instruments moving forward. But final question here. In the agency abbreviation EEOC, the first E stands for equal. Jarvis?
Employment.
Employment is correct.
Oh,
The second E stands for what? Well thought, Jarvis. Well thought. All right, we head back to our Jeopardy board. So again, we're going to do 3 categories. This is Jeopardy. They are scored accordingly. So first question is 1 point all the way through 5. 1 point all the way through 5. I'll say it before each question. The category is fictional TV towns and cities. Fictional TV towns and cities. Home of a famous tire yard fire, this memorable TV town is where the Simpsons live. Jarvis?
Springfield.
Springfield is correct for 1 point. For 2 points. On this show, the title character slayed them. She really slayed them in Sunnydale, Jarvis?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That is correct. Those are 2 buzzes for you. No more buzzing for this category. Moving on. Fictional TV towns and cities, 3 points. I'm actually going to throw this one out because the answer doesn't make... I'm going to read it. If we want to dispute it, we can dispute it after the fact. Fictional TV towns and cities. A young Clark Kent struggled to find his way in Smallville, a town in the heartland of what state? Janice.
Kansas.
Kansas is correct. Being the category was towns and cities, and then they threw the state in there, but that is a correct answer. All right. 4 points. If you write about Murder, She Wrote, include that it took place in Cabot Cove in this New England state. If you write about... Sharon? Come off mute when you're ready.
I'm sorry, my finger got nervous. I was going to say Maine.
Maine is the correct answer for 4 points.
Oh,
Cabot
okay.
Cove, Maine. A nervous finger wins out there. We go to fictional TV towns and cities. The Log Lady and the late Laura Palmer were residents of this fictional Pacific Northwest community. The Log Lady and the late Laura Palmer were residents of this fictional Pacific Northwest community. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jarvis, did you know this one?
I didn't.
Twin Peaks.
You know I know this. Oh,
Sorry, Rochelle. I'm sorry.
come on.
I apologize. I'll be better next time. Going next to Pennsylvania Geo. Pennsylvania Geo. So GEO is Geo here. GEO, most likely representing geography, but we'll see what happens here as we go through. The 3 original counties were Bucks, Chester, and this one, and also the name of the state's largest city. The 3 original counties were Bucks, Chester, and this one, also the name of the state's largest city. 5, 4. Sharon? You are muted.
Is it Philadelphia?
It is, in fact, Philadelphia for 1 point. For 2 points, up next in Pennsylvania Geo. Pennsylvania's central location on the eastern seaboard may be the source of this official state nickname. Greg.
Keystone State.
That is correct for 2 points. Pennsylvania Geo for 3 points. In 1954, the towns of Mauch Chunk and East Mauch Chunk were joined and named after this 1912 Olympian. In 1954, Greg.
Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe, well done. That's 2 answers here for you. Pennsylvania Geo, 4 points. Espy House, E-S-P-Y, Espy House, in the southern town of Bedford, served as Washington's headquarters during this rebellion in 1794. Espy House in the southern town of Bedford served as Washington's headquarters during this rebellion in 1794? 5, 4, 3, 2. Sharon?
Is it Whiskey Rebellion?
It is Whiskey Rebellion. Good for 4 points. 5 points. Final clue in this category. Pennsylvania Geo. These mountains in the northeast are the site of many resort facilities. Greg, that's your third buzz in this category. So I'm not going to take away points. We're going to reset the buzzer, and we're going to open it back up. Next round, we'll take away points if you buzz in a third time. These mountains in the northeast are the site of many resort facilities. Sharon.
Poconos.
Poconos is correct. And hold on one second. Sharon, that was your third buzz.
No.
So I'm going to go to a surprise substitution here for 5 points. All right, give us the date. 5 points. Give us the date is the category. Give us the date. 1605. Gunpowder plotters pick this day to blow up Parliament, but are foiled. Janice.
5th of November.
That is correct for 5 points. Well done. I think that's the first time we've ever had a double, triple buzz in one category in trivia. That's fantastic. We're breaking new ground here. It's new things. All right, we go back to pub trivia now. It is 23 to 11. 23 to 11. Let's show our viewers over there on our wonderful YouTube channel. We're also going to do this just for the rest of this. Let's do window capture. There we go. That'll be much easier. Great. All right, continuing on back to pub trivia. 15 questions, all worth 6 points here in the second round. So double pub trivia, they're worth 6 points apiece. Again, 5 we have, and then you can only answer 2 per. A 2010 Billboard hit, Dog Days Are Over, is a song by the British band Florence and the what? A 2010 Billboard hit, Dog Days Are Over, is a song by the British band Florence and the what? Cindy?
Tips.
That is incorrect. Minus 6 points. I'll read it one more time. Joe, you can decide to play or pass. A 2010 Billboard hit, Dog Days Are Over, is a song by the British band Florence and the what?
No clue for me, Joe.
I'd be guessing. Yeah, I don't think we should
I don't
guess.
even have a best guess.
No.
So pass.
I don't think any of us have a clue, so.
Joe, you're going to pass?
Yeah, it's not 1980s, so I can't.
Very well. Okay.
Is it Machine?
Machine is the correct answer. Florence and the Machine. All right, continuing on. On his past troubles, who admitted to Leno on a 2011 Tonight Show appearance, I realized I was pretty much losing. Brian? Can you unmute, por favor?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant is incorrect, minus 6 points. We go over to the blue team again. On his past troubles, who admitted to Leno on a 2011 Tonight Show appearance, quote, I realized I was pretty much losing.
Going with Charlie Sheen, guys.
That would be my guess.
Because that's where I'm just thinking winning. Charlie Sheen, I was here winning, so he said he was losing. I got to go with Charlie Sheen on that one. I don't know what you guys think, but.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, final answer. That is the correct answer for 6 points. And to clarify, so when you steal, that doesn't count as buzzing in. I think that's pretty straightforward, but just to say, that doesn't count for Joe or team buzzing in. In the board game Risk, what continent has the most territories for a player to occupy? In the board game Risk, what continent has the most territories for a player to occupy? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be Asia. That would be Asia. 2 more in this first set of 5. A 2010 study by dating website Badoo.com found what nation's women to be the most flirtatious online? A 2010 study by dating website Badoo.com, B-A-D-O-O, found which nation's women to be the most flirtatious online? 5, 4, not all pub trivia is created equally. 3, 2, 1. The women of Spain, according to the survey, the women of Spain. All right, final in our first set of 5. On his show Man vs. Food, host Adam Richman won the Davy Jones Locker Challenge by eating 7 pounds of what? On his show Man vs. Food, host Adam Richman won the Davy Jones Locker Challenge by eating 7 pounds of what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seafood. Seafood was the answer. Next set of 5. I have to skip that one. All right. A 2010 study found that nearly 70% of what imported item failed to live up to its claims of being extra virgin? A 2000... Jarvis? Unmute, please.
Olive oil.
Olive oil is correct for 6 points. On his talk show, Maury, host Maury Povich famously says to some of his guests, "You are not..."
The
Jarvis?
father.
The
The
father
father.
is correct for 6 points. You're out of the next 3 questions. In the Broadway musical Cats, costumed actors romp around a set designed to look like a what? Janice.
Junkyard.
Junkyard is correct for 6 points. 2 more to go in this set of 5. A 2010 Time magazine article debunks the myth of what group of people are, quote, spoiled, selfish, solitary misfits. A 2010 Time magazine article debunks the myth that what group of people are, quote, spoiled, selfish, solitary misfits. Cindy?
Millennials?
Millennials is incorrect. As a millennial, I don't think that would be correct anyway.
Okay.
But we toss it over to Call Team Dream Team. And we read again. A 2010 Time magazine article debunks the myth that what group of people are spoiled, selfish, solitary misfits.
I was going to say millennials anyway, guys, so I don't know.
Millennials too.
The only thing actually, would potentially emos maybe.
Who?
The emo
I don't know
people.
what that
Emo.
is.
It's a social
Were
group.
millennials a thing in
Subculture.
2010?
Hmm?
Were millennials a thing in 2010?
Oh, yeah.
We were a thing.
Yeah.
We just maybe didn't identify so
We were-
fervently at the
In
time.
2010, millennials were in college or graduated from college. I'm a lower end millennial myself, so.
Yeah, I'm the
I wasn't
higher
qualified.
end. I'm a cusper.
Yeah.
Do we have an
I'll say
answer?
pass, guys. I don't
So
know.
Sharon has a good point,
What?
Denise. The word you said, whatever that was that around in 2010?
Emo? Yeah.
Yeah, that's because that a lot of descriptions fit the emo.
Okay, I don't know, so I'm going
Right.
to defer to you
I
and
don't know
Joe.
either.
I don't want to
And
lose points, guys.
emos,
Pass or
emos
play?
were kind of a thing in the
Yeah.
10s, the aughts and early 10s.
But you want to
But
pass,
I think we
guys?
can pass. You guys don't
Yeah,
feel
we'll
pass.
comfortable.
As
We'll pass
someone
now.
who in his life has also identified as punk and or emo, it is not emo. It is only children was the article. Only children. So single children, only children. Okay, next set. Oh no, one more. Sorry, and then this set of 5. On Home Depot's website, islands are items marked for what room of the house? Janice.
The kitchen.
The kitchen is correct. All right, 5 more to go in pub trivia. In the business abbreviation R&D, the R... Jarvis?
Research.
Research is correct. Well done. A 2011 box set celebrates the 13-film collaboration between composer Danny Elfman and what film director? A 2011 box set celebrates the 13-film collaboration between composer Danny Elfman and what film director? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tim Burton. Tim Burton. On March 4th, 2010, baby Cecilia Marie Halpert was born on an emotional episode of what hit TV series? On March 4th, 2010, baby Cecilia Marie Halpert was born on an emotional episode of what hit TV series? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be The Office. The Office. In the cable drama Boss, Kelsey Grammer played a crooked mayor of what U.S. city? In the cable drama Boss, Kelsey Grammer played a crooked mayor of what U.S. city? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That would be Chicago. Chicago. Final one for pub trivia. On television, Dr. Gregory House's apartment number is 221B, a nod to what famous literary sleuth? Janice.
Sherlock Holmes.
That is correct for 6 points. We head into our final 3 categories for Double Jeopardy with a score of 47-11. Though, here in Double Jeopardy, everything is double. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 points. Plenty of points still on the board for a comeback for Not Smarter Than We Look. We're going to start with characters in Beatles songs. Characters in Beatles songs. A lot of people nodding. We'll see how that plays out here. Characters in Beatles songs. This song mentions a girl with kaleidoscope eyes. This song mentions... Greg. You're muted. I can see you've already started saying the correct answer.
Lucy.
Lucy. Correct.
The Sky with Diamonds.
Correct. That is worth 2 points. Now for 4 points. Characters in Beatles songs. This Beatles song introduced To You, the one and only Billy Shears. This Beatle... Greg?
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
That is correct for 4 points. You are now out of this category. Characters in Beatles songs. This title woman picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been... Joe.
Eleanor Rigby.
That is correct. Characters in Beatles songs. Vera, Chuck, and Dave are the imagined grandchildren in this song. Vera, Chuck, and Dave are the imagined grandchildren in this song. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody from the Peanut Gallery? No one there? When I'm 64. When I'm 64. Final song. Characters in Beatles songs. Nancy ran off with Dan, the rival of this guy from the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota. Nancy ran off with Dan. Joe.
Rocky Raccoon.
That is good for 10 points. 63-17 our score. Everybody. So, every space body. EVERY space BODY is the category. In babies, this, aka the patella, is soft cartilage. It doesn't form into bone until between the ages of 3 and 5. In babies, this, aka the patella, is soft cartilage. It doesn't form into bone until between the ages... Brian?
The knee?
The knee is correct. They accepted the knee or kneecap on that episode of Jeopardy. Everybody for 4 points. Both humans and giraffes have 7 of these bones in the neck to hold... Janice.
What is the vertebrae?
Vertebrae is correct.
Because every mammal has the same amount.
Good to know. Good to know. Everybody, 6 points. Bite aids digestion by breaking up large molecules of fat. It's stored in the gallbladder, but made by this organ. Sorry, gonna rephrase. There's a typo in this one. Bile, now that I read the whole thing, bile aids digestion by breaking up large molecules of fat. It's stored in the gallbladder, but made by this organ. Jarvis.
Pancreas.
The pancreas is incorrect. Minus 6 points. I'll read it again. Bile aids digestion by breaking up large molecules of fat. It's stored in the gallbladder, but made by this organ.
Guys, I'm going to say liver.
I was going to say liver.
I was going to say liver as well.
Yeah, liver sounds about right. I'm trying to think of all the other organs, and none of them...
Liver, yeah.
Yeah, because the pancreas is not necessary, so is the spleen. Those can both be removed safely.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the kidneys. Kidneys are the filters, so I would say liver sounds right.
I'll go with liver.
Joe?
Final answer, Dan.
That is correct for a steal of 6 points. 73-13 the score. Everybody. cardiac contraction is termed systolic and cardiac relaxation gets this adjective? Greg.
Diastolic.
That is correct for 8 points. 10 points. During swallowing, this flap of cartilage prevents food from entering the trachea. During swallowing, this flap of... Brian?
Esophagus.
The esophagus is incorrect. Minus 10 points there. Over to the call team, dream team.
I would say epiglottis.
That sound right? Yeah. Epiglottis. That sounds right.
Sounds right to me too.
You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Final answer, Dan. Epiglottis.
That is correct. Epiglottis for 10 points. Our final category. From the Sanskrit. From the Sanskrit. The name of this physical and spiritual training discipline is from the Sanskrit for union. The name of this physical and spiritual training discipline is from the Janice.
Yoga.
Yoga is correct for 2 points. From the Sanskrit for 4 points. Sanskrit for weighty. Today it means a teacher. Sanskrit for weighty. Today it means a teacher. W-E-I-G-H-T-Y. Weighty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A guru. Guru. From the Sanskrit for 6 points. The name of this national monetary unit is from Sanskrit for stamped silver. The name of this national monetary unit is from Sanskrit for stamped silver. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the rupee? The rupee. From the Sanskrit for 8 points. Perhaps ancient women of India wore upala rings. That Sanskrit word gave us this precious item. Perhaps ancient women of India wore upala rings. U-P-A-L-A. That Sanskrit word gave us this precious item. 5, 4, 3, 2. Cindy.
Opal?
Opal is correct for 8 points. And for 10 points, our final clue from the Sanskrit. In English, the title of this manual could be translated as Rules of Pleasure. Greg.
Kama Sutra.
That is correct for 10 points. Gets your point total up higher, 85 to 29. Our final score here. Well done by both teams. Remember, point total does matter, point differential. So as you're playing, you don't want to give up because you want to keep scoring those points as the games go on. We will continue regular season tomorrow with 2 matches, and then we'll continue from there. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, direct them all at Kathleen Acton. I will not be hearing any grievances from today's match. I kid. Hope everybody had fun. We will continue moving on with TPT and Kaplan Trivia in the future. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun.
Bye, guys.
All right, thank you. All right.